Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Marianne. I'm so grateful to be here with you. I will be reading for the second half of the month of November. And I just want to say that, I don't know about you, we have a lot of Uranian energy happening. There's a lot of unexpected events that have been happening in my life and many people I've been talking to. And it's exciting at times, and it's also, once again, completely out of the blue. It depends on so many variables on your individual situation, but it is real. It is strong and powerful times. It is, well, let's see, we are approaching the first lunar eclipse series, and it'll be on the 19th in Taurus, so that's a fixed sign. We're in the fixed sign Scorpio season, and Mars and Mercury are also in Scorpio. We're talking about deep down to the soul kind of energy, okay? There's no light kind of, oh, how, feathery, flivvery, I don't know, I don't even know how to express it. It's decently, directly transformational energy. And so what I've done, and by the way, I am going to read for every single featured sign, I like to call it, for the second half of the month, starting with Aries again. I mentioned last month, or the beginning of the month reading, I had started with Pisces because there was some real difficulty in uploading Pisces video, the last sign of the zodiac, the most spiritual, the most patient and kind and considerate, I would say, understanding, luckily. But it worked out really well because it uploaded really quickly as the first sign this time. So it's good to work with spirit. It's good to work with the energies and not try to combat them a lot of times. So that's what I did. But it's Aries, it's you, Aries, and it's so perfect because you're so fiery and you're the first sign and you are ruled by Mars. And that is exactly what the ruling planet historically has been with Scorpio, the passionate, water, intense sign of Scorpio. That is, once again, fiery and determined as a fixed sign. So we've got Jupiter and Saturn, very strongly direct, energy now in Aquarius, the other fixed sign. So there's a huge amount of fixed energy for the remainder of the month and moving into December. And it's about just real. It's all really, really real. And it's all very deep and it's all really important. And it's like there's no second guessing. If you want truth, that is what you'll get. And only that. So be prepared, okay? And the ability to heal is a huge, huge part of this energy that I certainly feel. And those that have watched, I had broken a small little bone in my wrist 15 days ago now. And as a massage therapist, 20 years, I have never, with one exception, I scraped my hand, well, my cat scraped me actually, and I wasn't able to work for 2 days. But this is the only time I was set back to where I couldn't work. And thank goodness, because I have dug deep during this time, I really have, that it wasn't worse, that I didn't need surgery, that I'm able to go back this week, because exactly what I'm doing in 2 days, I'm back. But I'm here to read your readings. I'm here to emphasize the energies that I'm speaking of. Those eclipses are important for so many changes and quick, beginning and endings. It's happening. It's all happening now. Being aware of the unexpected, always with Uranus as a big, huge energy portion of the month. And moving forward too. I mean, Uranus is in the sign of Taurus and will be for another 4 years. But Aries, I do want to pick your highlighted connection. And this is spiritly guided always. It's right in front of you. This highlighted connection could have something to do with a person you're already involved with or a sign that you're going to be connected with somehow. I mean, I don't know. It's a general reading. I'm just the messenger. But also it could be that energy itself that you're very, very strongly connecting with at this time. And I am using new decks, of course, like I always like to do from beginning of the month to mid-month readings. We're back with the beautiful Queen Tarot deck, because Queens of Tarot deck, because this is black and white, and that is the energy of this month. There's no, when you're around fixed energy like this, there's no gray. This is what's happening. I'm not changing my mind about it. And we're moving forward and we're taking care of business. So I thought it was quite appropriate. Not to mention the queens in the tarot represent our intuition and our receptivity. The water, the receptive sign, right? How perfect. And the strength that all of us have in that area brought to the forefront. So let's pick the highlighted connection for you, which means I'll read 4 major categories from the beautiful Tarot divination and then finish with 2 oracles, messages of, higher guidance and just loving, uplifting, messages for you. So for Aries, your highlighted connection for the second half of the month, still in Scorpio season as we're approaching this partial lunar eclipse in Taurus on the 19th. Ooh, right between. I want to say more in Gemini though. Okay, let's go with it. Gemini and Aries. Very, very, very inspirational. Now we've had the North Node, which I'm not going to go into major detail with astrology, but it's important for those who do follow this. In Gemini, okay, the nodes will be changing, as does the series of eclipses, because it changes with 2 signs per season, right? And it's always changing, but they represents the nodes. That's altering too, but it's still in Gemini right now. And we'll have the final Sagittarius, which by the way, I have to disclaimer, I have been saying something completely wrong, and I apologize in a couple of the videos. Oh my gosh, I think I said something about the next eclipse being on the 24th. I apologize deeply. That is not occurring. What is occurring though is the next and final Sagittarius out of the Gemini Sagittarius seasonal, of the last year and a half eclipse season is going to be on December 4th. So already starting to feel that energy, and that's an entirely different energy than the lunar eclipse. So we'll start with that, and that's Taurus, and that's grounded, and that's fixed, and it's Venus ruled. So there's a lot of masculine energy like yourself, this ambition, this fire, this motivation, this courage, this confidence, straightforward, impulsive, let's do it, let's get it done, man. Reactivity, over energy sometimes, confrontation, conflict, the god of warrior, Mars. But the expressive energy of Gemini is very clearly still there. The mind, the air, as with Aquarius. So a lot of thinking, a lot of passion, both combined, making that beautiful holistic human being that we are in this, spiritual realm. And Gemini is really, really great for you. I know a lot of fire and air matches, combinations, connections. What type of love is irrelevant. It all matters, and it's all super important and potent and beautiful to have in our lives and necessary. Let's just put it that way. But I love this for you. Gemini is a mutable sign. You're actually a cardinal sign. You're not a fixed sign, Aries. You are the initiator of the season of spring. You represent, like I said, the first sign of the zodiac, the beginning of the zodiac year. Everything about you is new and leadership and pioneering, and the beginning, the top, the one, okay, and number 1. So, and then you have Gemini, who's this incredible Mercury ruled thought, I can't say the word for heaven's sakes. Very creative, very clever, very compassionate about expression and how they want to connect with others, and motivating others, and teachers and so forth are very commonly known as a archetype for Gemini. The dualities there, of course, the twins, the light and the shadow, if you will, as we all have with all of us. The excitement to try new things and to be open to things and to expand their knowledge and their gifts to everybody else. So I like that a lot for you. If you don't know this Gemini, stay tuned, you might. And remember, that is the time frame between, well, let's say May 20th to June 20th, June 21st, maybe 22nd. But either way, you get what I'm saying. You may have not known you've known a Gemini, but trust me, you know that energy. You can't second guess that. And I'm going to read the 4 major categories for this highlighted, but for every one of your connections, okay, Aries, it's not just subject to the Gemini, but the Gemini, like I said, has an important influence on you. And if it hasn't happened during the season of Gemini, in addition to the eclipses that occurred lastly in June and July, it could very well be happening this coming year. And you know how time flies. Just take note. something of very importance having to do with this energy. You may have Gemini in your, natal chart. I'm going to just say that this card fell, so the first category of your reading under the 4 major categories is always the overall energy bringing you to the reading, and also having a lot to do with the connection and the love aspects of your life. And you have the 8 of Wands, so I mean, it's on, okay? It is so quick moving. It's messages. 8 is a very powerful, abundant, and prosperous, fruitful number in numerology. And I just simplify that, because I can't talk forever like I tend to do. But let me tell you, it's you in spades. It's everything about you. It's your action. It's your spirit. It's your motivation, your leaderships, and you're telling people, you're getting information, you're moving forward very quickly with an idea. I say predominantly having to do with a job, an occupation, a career. It feels like you're getting all the pieces together. The truth is coming out. You need to do your due diligence. You're very capable of all that. And you have great positive energy about this, so that is what you will receive in return. And it does include others. Everything usually does. When we have Scorpio season, it's the 8th house. That represents inheritances, life, death, other people's money, your partners, your relatives, all sorts of variables there. Sexuality, passionate energy. My gosh, that's happening a lot. There's a lot of focus on love in some capacity during the time of Scorpio season. And it's just intensified with this energy of Taurus and the grounding of it, and the practical and the long term, and the planting the seeds, maybe for children, figuratively and metaphorically. Just so much transformation, and beautiful transformation that's necessary for all of us, even when it comes in unusual packages, okay? That's fantastic. That is a beautiful energy. That's what I'm feeling as I walk in this room, as I feel the energies and what I've been experiencing, and making a special point to meditate. I do EFT, which is, tapping, and that helps me and has for years. Just a suggestion, one of my tips I like to talk about, I do the spiritual uplifting tips. It's 5 minutes of your time when everything just sort of comes in at once, and you're like, whoo, it's a whirlwind, and you feel it right here, right in your emotional center, your solar plexus, and you have that strength. You just want to keep it grounded as much as possible. That energy of Taurus can very easily and very comfortably do that, which is, like I said, starting in this eclipse. However, being Uranus, in the sign of Uranus, it could be, just prepare yourself for any unexpected thing, okay? And know that life will be sometimes better because of it. And it's not all bad by any means. Oh my gosh, no. There are incredible, wonderful, miraculous things that come in unexpectedly in our lives. That's what I'm feeling more than anything else. So the second category, as we do the narrative and the storyline that the Tarot is really about, we have the possible blessings or obstacles coming through with the message, with this fast-moving energy. And you have, what is this? I'm sorry, death. Oh my gosh. I shared this before, but as one of my gifts for my birthday, because I had a solar return, my birthday season as a Libra was last month, right? Actually, a month from today. I've already been my new age for a month. This is what I mean. It's too quick. It's too quick. Grab hold to the moment, to the present, because that's the most powerful, and it won't take you away. It'll just let you realize in this moment, and now this moment, and now this moment, it's all what's so precious. Yeah, we can dream and have goals and all that, and I certainly do. But this moment, okay, so yes, it's already been a month. I received some wonderful things, and one thing I got was a card that supposedly hadn't been looked at, but just picked and put in the card, and this was for my up-and-coming year until the next solar return, and it is the death card. So for me, it's so perfect. I won't go into that. Card reading isn't about me, but I will say that the death to me is just so important. This is actually the devil. I stand corrected. I apologize. And it's a good thing I have my glasses on. But there is some similarities. I'm just being honest with you. Because the devil is a way for us to utilize our own intuition and our own strength to be able to realize the things that are not working for us, the things that are toxic, the, what do they call them when you have, for heaven's sakes, when you have, what is it when you have a particular, okay, so any kind of drug, any kind of overeating, any kind of habit, vice. I was thinking of the word vice. The vices we have in life. Mine is watching too much TV at night. I mean, I am so addicted to that right now. I mean, it's my company, and there's a lot of things I could be doing, but I do a lot during the day anyway, and I figure that's my time, and I love learning, and I find a lot of times the documentaries have been very fulfilling to me, but a lot of it's not great stuff. So I'm not going to kid you in that regard. Just being aware of those things that you're, you know, involving yourself in, and knowing full well it's not really adding to your life, people, circumstances, and just being aware, and also knowing that's the sign of Capricorn. Well, Venus, the planet of, you know, Venetian planet that rules Taurus, that beautiful feminine that's going to help balance this masculine energy, that's fixed energy that's coming through this month and moving forward a bit. Capricorn, I mean, you know, the also cardinal sign like yourself, Aries, that initiates the winter. You know, we're in fall, but it will be soon winter. And the barren, the more, you know, desolate and kind of, yeah, not a lot of plush kind of fruitful kind of vibrant energy around, like the flowers of spring and the changing leaves of fall. It's like, that's all gone. You know, we're really digging deep to find what fulfills us on a more spiritual, once again, soul level, and not relying on vices and things and people and circumstances and materialistic things. Huge for any earth sign, very much about the practical material world, right? Just a reminder, but you know, the success of Capricorn is undeniable. To what extent, though, to what cost is, I guess, the question about that always. Look at this incredible deck. Look at the intricacy, if you can possibly see that. I don't know, every time I've used this deck, I'm just blown away at the illustrations and just the incredible artistic creativity of it. It represents, like, similarly, the Lovers. I mean, it's two people chained. Are they really happy? Or is it for, you know, appearances? Is it for social status? Is it real? Is love really helping? And what kind of love is it? Is it, I mean, I could go on and on. You know what I'm saying. That's what we have to be real about, you know. And Venus went into Capricorn. It'll stay there a very long time because it'll start to retrograde on the 19th? No, that's the shadow period. Forgive me. I'm pretty sure. And then it actually, that's where I made the mistake. It'll retrograde. I'm pretty sure now about this. I'm an enthusiastic, you know, astrologist. I've never claimed to be a professional one, but I follow it and study it, and I'm learning every day, and I have so much more to learn. I believe Christmas Eve is when it actually goes into retrograde. Don't quote me on that. And then it'll stay in retrograde and then go forward again at the end of January, and then it'll stay until March 3rd or 5th, closer to the 5th. It's a long, long stay. Depending on where that falls in your natal chart, it is about grounded energy. It's about, you know, utilizing your ability to be successful and to amass what you want, and to be very thoughtful about it and patient about it, and to plan and be, you know, structured, and all the things that Capricorn really is, because they only think about success. It's like that is their their MO, you know, that is how they get to where they're going, because it's that constant drive, and they're ruled by Saturn, for heaven's sake. So there's that taskmaster always in their DNA, if you will, in their spirit, knowing you have to be accountable, you have to be diligent, you have to be doing something, right, to get something going. It has to happen. Not always the case spiritually, but that's kind of that whole mindset. So there's the devil, and that's the possible blessings or obstacles. Are you paying attention to that? You've got so many incredible possibilities coming up, Aries. Are you going to allow anything on the shining your side to distract you from what really needs to be done, and maybe the studying you need to do, instead of wanting to get there from point A to point Z, taking every step that you need to do to get to the place you need to go and to stay there and to be secure and to feel happy and to feel successful. And those are the questions to ask yourself during this time in particular. So then we go on to the third category, which is that of finances. Well, I have one of my oracle cards if you want to stick around, and that's all about money and the law of attraction and the fact that it is energy. And what is wealth to you? So what does that mean in your lifetime right now? Is it your health? It sure is mine. And I'm getting better every day, and I believe it, and I trust it, and I pray for it, and I meditate on it. And I have to take time to do the healing and be patient, which is not always easy to do. But when you do, you'll come out way ahead instead of trying to cut corners and then get worse off than you were, right? So for you, beautiful, wonderful Aries, your financial message, and that with your highlighted of Gemini and all connections having to do with your finances, the people that are going to be instrumental in your life, is the Four of Wands. Woo! Oh God. Okay. Well, there's their fiery aspect for you again, and there's your dreams, there's your wishes, there were the information and the ability to know what to take on, what to let go of, what to be truthful about. What toxicity are you allowing in your life that's holding you back? Because you may be doing great, but maybe you could be doing greater. Maybe you could allow even more by letting go. And when we let go, we do let things in. It's amazing. And that's the stability right there. There's the happiness. There's the happy family and, friendships and relationships and body, well-being in your body, which is only going to add to your ability to create wealth for yourself. All those components, just as a beautiful side effect, allow you to be wealthy in whatever form that is for you. Spiritual or mental, or physical. So there's a lot here, and this is absolutely gorgeous. It's leaning and facing towards directions of your highest aspirations and knowing you are always being supported and guided, And you can take paths like I have that'll take you off your trajectory that's going to be right. And luckily, hopefully, it won't be too far off. So you're like, nope, that was tempting and that was fun, but back on it again, make it less and less, and then you'll have learned a lot, I think. I know I have in my older age. It's incredible. The final category is that of wishes and surprises and wishes. And boy, like I said, I would love for you to let me know. If you have not subscribed and you would be interested at all in following me, that would be beautiful. It's a great way to support my channel. I appreciate all of you that have. I just want to keep growing and growing, and that's an aspiration of mine. I'm not in a rush. I'm not going anywhere as far as I know. Even when I had injured my wrist, thankfully I could do my readings as long as I have a voice, right? And the ability to kind of do this and shuffle the cards. But seriously, it's a time of amazing opportunities, but also unexpected, So you can have your dreams, and I highly recommend it. This one just popped out. Oh boy. And yet you can always allow for the universe, higher power, source, whatever you want to call it, to intervene, because it's always intervening anyway, but being fully aware of that co-creation at all time, because the sky is the limit. And I know you feel that way in the bottom of your soul. I really know that in the deepest part of you. That's what you are here for. You're here to show all of us that attitude, quite frankly. And I appreciate you for that. Well, you have the Wheel of Fortune. So this is about, karmic. This is about the wheel turning. So it's on. It's your time. It is happening. You've been waiting, and you've been doing what you need to do, and you've been going through the times that you've made some mistakes, whatever. It's all perfect. It doesn't matter. That's how we grow and learn. Being aware of your temptations, and knowing that when you are aware and you do set yourself straight, strictly for you, because that's what matters the most, and what's true for you in this passionate time of power and, creative and healing energy. You're going to stabilize your finances. You're going to feel incredibly confident and secure, and you're going to just keep growing. And this is what you've been bringing and what you've been manifesting. And look at that card. It's amazing. It's Jupiter ruled. It's we're approaching the season of Sagittarius, and I mean, that's all optimism, pretty much. It's absolute believing in the higher power, the truth. Working for it, yes, but enjoying it and being free to do what you choose to do, creating what you choose to create. Higher learning, philosophical kind of endeavors. Travel. I mean, maybe you're planning on travel. Maybe the big thing for you is travel, and you're like, well, I could go with this person, this devil, but maybe I just want to go alone and meet people I haven't met before. I mean, there's so many options. It's just absolutely a beautiful reading. I'm excited and I feel incredibly powerful, positive energy for you. So I do want to go into the oracles because I've been talking too much already. But it's important, I mean, the messages coming through are pure and they're coming straight from spirit. And this is a beautiful deck that I got many years ago, and it's the Abraham Hicks Law of Attraction. And the whole idea of how money, what it really is and what it means to you, and the energy and how we create it and bring it into our lives or block it out of our lives as well. So your message, because it's really important for you, for some reason I'm feeling, is to understand this very, very on the deepest part of your being, is 55, which becomes a 10, which is 1. It's starting out. It's you. It's your number 1. It's perfect. I can transform my own world. Look at this. Of course you can. There's the red, there's the fire, there's the ambition, there's the stars, the moon, the universe. It's yours, it's ours. It's anything you want it to be. Make lists of positive aspects. Make lists of things you love and never complain about anything. And as you use those things that shine bright and make you feel good as your excuse to give attention to, be who you are. You will tune to what you are. To who you are, not what you are, but wait. When you give an excuse to give your attention and be who you are, you will tune to who you are, and the whole world will begin to transform before your eyes. It is not your job to transform the world for others, but it is your job, I apologize, it's small print, but it is your job to transform it for you. A state of appreciation is pure connection to source, and there is no perception of lack. Well, that's it. There's no perception of lack. There's no scarcity. There's no mind, thought, and sense of that whatsoever. Therefore, you will not attract anything but the abundant, unlimited prosperity that life truly is. It's honestly, I mean, try it in small doses and just experiment with this energy and see. But it's the real deal, and it's something we all are privy to, And that excites me even saying it to you. And it's absolutely perfect with this reading because you go from this fired up energy and listening and getting the messages and being very thoughtful and in tune with the ones you know to be right from your gut, your truth, okay? And being aware of the things that'll tempt you from maybe focusing on that, because there's a lot of that and it's there to put there in front for our lessons. And then knowing you've got what it takes because you were very persistent and conscientious of all this, and then the Wheel of Fortune is just like it's ever ending. It's no ending. It's unlimited opportunity. Okay, that's all it is, and that's what this explained. You can transform your life, and you can start it right now. And I think you already have. And I'll finish with your Super Attractor Manifestation deck because this is creating the life you want. By feeling it in the passion, and you have passion. You have passion to spare. I mean, people want your passion, okay? And with Mars, your ruling planet in Scorpio, it's so important and so deep and so transformational, okay? And we want this in our lives on a continuum. We want to continue to transform and evolve, right? And just grow and learn and rise again. So absolutely beautiful, fantastic, and empowering, very empowering messages. So in closing, beautiful Aries, you have, when I live and act from a place of spiritual alignment, I can trust that everything is working out for me, even if I don't know when or how it will happen. And that's the beauty of it, because a lot of times we really don't. And it's wonderful to plan and dream, and I would never, ever say otherwise. But then things get put in the mix that you're like, wow, who knew? And thank you. That was that appreciation, right? That gratitude. Yeah, this is it. This is really, really incredibly beautiful. Let me know what you think. I'd love you to like and, like I said, subscribe and to comment to me, because this is very, very powerful. And I want to know because I'm really nosy, and I want to be involved because that's what this channel is about. I hope you feel this. I hope you resonate, and I hope you really take it in and just have incredible, wonderful things occur for you. Come on back for your, oh my gosh, beginning of the month readings, December. There's so much to say for December as well. And until then, thank you. I love you. Take care. Bye for now.